Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. Alycia Baumgardener, right? I'm just trying to figure out what exactly is going on with her, because she's going to be returning to the ring, but I noticed that she's been spending a lot of time training with Bill Haney. Now, I know with a lot of fighters, they may go from gym to gym and, they'll kind of work out with different trainers. It doesn't mean that they're looking to have a permanent relationship with some of them, but it's not uncommon for there to be respect across different camps. And if someone's in an area, stopping by a gym, getting some work. But with Alycia Baumgardener, it seems to be a little different. Like maybe she's becoming a permanent fixture as far as Bill Haney. And I would say the stable of fighters, which I'm not aware of him really being a trainer to anyone else. You got Devin Haney, and I know when they fought out there in the Bay Area, there were a couple of fighters on the fight card that Bill is working with. But really, he seems to be a one fighter type trainer. But with Baumgardener, I'm just trying to understand if Bill Haney's going to be in her corner for her upcoming fight. Now, the WBC recently announced that it had no evidence, right, to suggest that Baumgardener, knowingly took illegal substance. Now, a lot of people have issues when it comes to trying to wrap their head around a fighter that tests positive for an illegal substance. I guess it depends on who it is, right? And fans seem to somewhat be a bit more understanding. But there's a uniqueness here to Baumgardener and her situation. Because Victor Conte, he was very, very hard on Conor Benn's situation. But with Baumgardener, he came out and Victor Conte had opinions about Baumgardener. And his thing is, and this is the thing about him, he says he doesn't know the history, but he says you can take a supplement that has been contaminated during manufacturing and come up with a positive test. You wouldn't have intent to cheat. What the fuck is he talking about? And I'm not saying she cheated, right? Okay, I'm not saying she did or didn't. I personally don't give a shit. But my thing is, they pick and choose who they want to defend as far as this cheating shit. With Canelo, he was guilty. Tyson Fury, guilty. Conor Ben, guilty. Artur Beterbiev, people say he's guilty. Alycia Baumgardener, all of a sudden, some say she's guilty. Conte goes on record and starts to talk this crazy shit about supplement could have been contaminated during manufacturing. Okay, that's kind of like what they were saying with Conor Ben and the rumor that he ate some clomiphene contaminated eggs, which was the hens weren't laying enough eggs, so to increase the egg production rate, they administered clomiphene to the hens, which caused them to produce more eggs, and more can get fertilized. As a result, the hens laid more eggs. And unfortunately, it sounds like Conor Ben may have got his hands on some of those contaminated eggs. If we're going to say it's possible that someone could have consumed something that was contaminated, whether it was in the developmental stage or something else, right? Then we should be able to say Conor Ben, it's possible that he got his hands on some eggs that could have been contaminated already because the clomiphene was ingested by a hen. The bottom line is, you see what I'm saying? When we start splitting hairs now, the picture becomes very, very muddled. Things become murky. It's not clear anymore. You understand? That's because it's called bullshit. If you test positive, you tested effing positive. And when they come out here and they start saying stuff about, you can see in the subsequent investigations and contaminations, things can happen in a number of ways. Give you an example, someone who's using stuff could walk up and put their hand on you and touch you, and you can get the transfer through your skin. You can get a positive test, as we know from the Virginia Fuchs case in Texas, a female boxer from having unprotected sex. But what's the probability of that? There has to be like a 1 in a 1 millionth something chance of that happening. It's just like someone who's, I would say maybe around drugs, and you just happen to maybe touch something, and now all of a sudden through your pores, gets in your system. I mean, but what's the likelihood of that shit? Okay? But in any case, Conte believes the WBC and the Associated Boxing Commission could have handled Baumgardener's situation with a little bit more care. He says, I think there was a lot of misinformation that was put out there. Now, I'm just trying to understand. She tests positive. Whether it was done on purpose or not, I don't care. And she hooks up with Bill Haney. Maybe she was working with him before. But now she's here. And she's supposed to be getting ready for another fight. She's cleared of everything. She's always said she was innocent. And I'm gonna tell you, right? I don't give a shit, male or female. We're gonna talk about foul play in boxing. We're gonna talk about it. But one thing I'll say, when these boxing fans are talking about, look at Baumgardener, she's got muscles. She's ripped. She's this, she's that. And I'm so glad she posted that image of her as a little kid. Dude, that's just genetics, man. That doesn't mean that she may not have went out there, man, and indulged in a little bit of a little pad pudding and put herself in a bad position. That's like a tongue twister. Pad pudding, put yourself in a bad position. That wasn't done intentionally. But the bottom line is she just has good genetics, man. She's in shape. As a little kid, she is all ripped up in boxing and training. So the fact that she has muscles, it's not like she out trying to be a bodybuilder. But what I will say is, forget your opinion, my opinion. Forget what she has to say. The WBC, we know Mauricio the No Suleiman will say anything. Forget what Conte has to say. We know he'll say anything too. I don't trust that dude as far as I can throw him. What we're going to see is how she's going to look when she returns to the ring. Let me see what I got here. Because you look here at Baumgardener, right? She has 15 wins, 7 KOs, about a 50% KO ratio. She has 1 loss, all right? She stands 5'6". She's taller than Inoue. And her reach, doesn't show her reach on here. But this is what I'm going to be paying attention to. Let's go all the way down and see when she first started boxing. Right here, okay? You saw she had a TKO in the first round, TKO in the first round again. Then after that, first round, and she went over 8 rounds. Then she went over 6 rounds. Then lost a split decision. Who she lose to? Christina Leonardatu. Okay. Oh, so she lost a split decision. Got a TKO in the first round. Decision in the 6th round. TKO in the first round. Then here you can see she got another TKO, unanimous decision. Vanessa Bradford, 8 rounds. Then you see 4-round TKO, unanimous decision. Okay, so I'm not really understanding when you look at her record. Nothing really jumps out to me as someone who may have been on pads and who wasn't getting knockouts, and then all of a sudden starts to get knockouts, or blow people out the ring in a devastating fashion. Now with Conor Ben, he started to destroy people. You know what I'm saying? Now he's returned to the ring. How has Conor Ben looked? I'm slouching right now, sorry. But how has Conor been looked since he returned to the ring? You know what I'm saying? He hasn't looked like that killer anymore. Now, that's what I'm saying with Baumgardener when she returns to the ring. That's what I'm going to be paying attention to. Is she going to be here getting knockouts, or is all of a sudden in her next 4 fights, they all go to unanimous decision? And is she in there getting touched a bit more, or her punches not moving her opponent back anymore? Because that's going to be a telltale sign. So the bottom line is, when it comes to Victor Conte, we know Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they're all about snack. They've been using snack for years. I'm not surprised Victor Conte is coming out to the defense of Alycia Baumgardener because she's on that team now. I don't know if she's using snack products. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. I would imagine that she is working with Victor Conte too, if she's over there with Bill Haney. She's not obligated to, but I would think that she is. But I don't know. But I'm very curious to see what happens because I'm going to be honest with you, man. Baumgardener, Clarissa Shields, Serrano, Katie Taylor, Savannah Marshall, Franchon Cruz deserve, man. I don't, when I look at them, I don't think that they would do nothing foul. Their skills kind of pay the bills in the ring. They've been doing this for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? There's not a female who just came along in the last 4 years, no amateur experience, and just decided to want to get into the sport, and all of a sudden they're knocking people out. Shit, I'm going to drink some coffee. But if it was a person like that, then I'd have to put the hairy eyeball on them. But that's not the case here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be honest with you. I had to give her the benefit of the doubt. But that being said, I'm still not sure if Bill Haney's going to keep training her or what's going on, because I know they got an assistant who's doing mitts with her. And she said she's learned a whole lot. She can't wait to show it off in her next fight. So I'm assuming that she's now, again, working with Bill Haney. But we just have to wait and see. But that being said, and somebody else pointed out, when it comes to Eddie Hearn fighter, because she's with Eddie Hearn still, I think there's one more fight. When it comes to an Eddie Hearn fighter, when it comes to this, these pads, it's amazing how things tend to work out in their favor, especially when it comes to the WBC and the WBC conducting their own investigation or what the WBC can or cannot find. You know what I'm saying? That being said, y'all keep cool. Don't know what's going on with Baumgartner, man, but I hope she has a clean nose and doing the right thing and being a consummate professional, because female boxing is what, 2 minutes? Nobody really seemed to be taking too much damage. Ain't nobody in there really cracking like that in the one shot, one quitter hitter first round. So if that stuff is going on, it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. More to come on Baumgartner and this whole thing around it. I don't think it's quite a done deal, to be honest with you. But I would hope she has a nose clean and she keeps it together, because she started training as a little girl. You know what I'm saying? To just throw all that shit away over what? Obviously, she can beat probably in her weight class, if not everybody, 90-something% of the fighters without having to cheat. You know what I'm saying? So why do it? Anyway, y'all keep cool. Y'all in the breeze.